Well, we were hiking on a nice autumn day when everything changed. It was like our day was planned by Satan himself. Helga and I had been great friends from birth, so when we saw what looked like a man on top of the mountain rocks, we just laughed. We thought it was some sort of trick, but we were oh so wrong. We ignored what we had seen and set up camp later that night when the apparition appeared again. But this time, it appeared in our fire. The ashes rose from the fire and formed into the same man we saw on top of the mountain earlier that day. The ash man began walking away from us into the woods. I was so f***ing scared. I tried to ignore what I was seeing, but my sweet Helgi girl was hypnotized by the apparition. She just stood up and followed the ashy man until it was too far and took a step right off the mountain. I could hear her smack the rocks below. It still haunts my f***ing dreams. Just cut the camera, please. Just cut the camera.
The scariest things in life are the things we have no knowledge of. We fear the unknown, the monsters that live in our closets and the demons that live under our bed. We fear them because we're unsure of where they come from or what they'll do to us. This is where I come in. I'm Satan Darkin, and my job is to take cases from all around the globe and try to debunk the cryptids that haunt these places. I've traveled to over 50 states and 2 countries learning about these creatures that lurk in your houses and on your land. I've had many close calls in my life, but most importantly, I've uncovered many unbelievable discoveries. Ever heard of the Sasquatch? I discovered him in the trees of the Amazon. The Loch Ness Monster? No, that wasn't me, but I've met his mother, Shamu, in a bloody exhibit in San Diego. Now it's time to get down to business, get our hands dirty, and debunk the next small-town cryptid. This is the horrifying scene of Clack Mountain. Many people come here and experience demonic activity. Others come here, claim they see nothing at all, just feel a negative presence. But some come here and see what lurks among these mountains, and they pray they never see it again. Whenever we start an investigation, we always want to do thorough research. Never want to enter the home of an unknown cryptid with zero knowledge, because then they always have the high ground. They'll be able to take you out like a sniper in Afghanistan. Ooh. Yo, we're about to have a quick talk with Dr. Teeterbum, one of the greatest cryptid scientists in the whole world. Let's go check it out. This is the most well-known cryptid historian to ever walk the planet, Dr. Teeterbum. Doctor, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you study and how long you've been doing this?
Why, yes, just as Mr. Dawkins said, I am Mr. Teeterbum. I have 3 PhDs, one in cryptids, one in psychology, and another, but just a hobby of mine. We needn't discuss it at the moment, thank you.
No, Doc, we have time. Why don't you tell us about your hobby?
Well, no, really. We don't need to discuss this right now, please. No.
Yo, cut the camera.
Listen here, Dr. Teat. I'm not here for your holier-than-thou bullshit, alright? You come in here and you answer my questions and you do as you're told. When you're here, you listen to me. You're my slave. I bought you for the hour. Alright? And that's that.
Yes, sir.
That's that.
Thank
I'm
you,
your
sir.
god when you're here.
Yes, sir.
Alright? Are you ready? You want to do another take?
For another one?
Yes, we're going to continue the interview.
Okay.
All right, here we go. You ready? Stop crying.
I'm ready.
All right. Welcome back. Dr. T, you've been telling me that over 116 people have been killed up on Clack Mountain.
Why, yes, Mr. Sanhedrin. Of course, there could be more. In fact, we know that there are many poor people who have died up there with how truly spooky and overgrown the place truly is.
Wow. So if that many people die up there, what exactly is driving them crazy? Is it some demonic presence that's causing these people to fall off the cliff or to commit suicide?
Indeed, there has been many stories of of ghosts and apparitions, and some people have seen orbs. There is a story that is most disturbing of a girl who was led off the mountain to her death by a spirit. But the one I find the most chilling is the one tale of the goat man.
So people have gone up there and seen a presence that takes the form of a goat man, like Mr. Tumnus from the Chronicles of Narnia. Now that is the scariest movie that I have ever seen.
What? You think that the Chronicles of Narnia are scary? Oh, I love those movies. I've watched them with my children almost every Friday night. It's a tradition. But if that's what it helps you to remember it as, is Mr. Tumnus, then of course it does look like that. That is what many people have claimed to see up on the mountain.
The goat man is not an uncommon cryptid to be found in the United States. There have been multiple sightings and fables of the goat man, ranging all the way from Maryland to Louisville, Kentucky. Where did this goat man come from, and what makes him roam the rocks of Clack Mountain? I've been researching the goat man all night long, and I still can't wrap my head around it. The fact that there's so many questions that come to mind. How come the local law enforcement hasn't shut off the area to the public? How come these killings aren't a bigger story in the media? To answer these questions, I figured there was no better place to look than the Kentucky Fish and Wildlife branch in Moorhead, Kentucky. I set up a meeting with Fish and Wildlife Officer Bert Pebbles. Hopefully he will be able to tell us more about the killings and what law enforcement plans to do to control them. We good? We good? Pleased to meet you. I'm excited to learn more about this goat man.
It's nice to meet you, youngin. I don't have all the answers, but I'll try to provide you the information you need. Why don't we go over here so we can be a little bit more discreet?
After you. So, tell us what you know, Bert. Why don't you tell some of the viewers at home some of your stories?
There's so many rumors floating around this small town, can't believe anything these kids say. If I remember right, a girl named Paige said she was walking down by Clack Mountain. She looked up and she saw a figure staring back at her. It looked like a goat.
Interesting. You know, this isn't the first time that someone's seen a goat man-like apparition up on the mountain. And you know, there's been 116 deaths up on Clack Mountain. And riddle me this, Pebs. If law enforcement, as yourself, is not taking any steps to prevent people from going up there and dying themselves, what's going on? Is it paperwork? Is it you, Mr. Pebs? What's keeping you all from doing what's right?
I don't know where you got those numbers. There ain't been a handful of people found dead up there. I don't appreciate you coming up here and blaming us for something we have no control over. Just because a few teenagers accidentally fell off a cliff doesn't mean we need to interfere and take a landmark away from everyone.
Now listen, Mr. Pebbles, I don't want this to turn into an argument. It's just, this is our research. These are the numbers we came up with, and it's kind of surprising that your knowledge is a little bit smaller and inaccurate than ours. Listen, I don't want to step on your big toes, okay?
I don't need to tell you again. Your facts are bogus. How dare you come up here and embarrass me for your own entertainment? Our officers don't even go near that part of the forest. I don't have to listen to these accusations.
Whoa there. I'm not trying to rev up your Smoky Mountain engine. We're just trying to figure out why the goat man's holed up at Clack Mountain. That's it.
Well, go find someone else to talk to. I'm done with your f***ing bullshit. Me and the department, we're done talking to you and your stupid emo freaks.
What's the matter, Pebby boy?
Fuck you.
You know, this is a family business, the cryptid business. We've been hunting cryptids since the 1600s, all the way back. Cryptids can range from all kinds of creatures, ghouls, jackals. Some of them even pretend to look like people, like you and I. We actually have a bag in the back of different assortments and traps that we use to catch cryptids, different snares, different sticklers. Some might say. We have one that will tighten around the big toe if it's stepped on. This can be used for walking cryptids, like two-legged jackals. There's other trinkets back there I can maybe get into later, some trinkets that will tighten around the genitals and snare a jackal. You know, I started hunting cryptids straight out of college, so about 10 years ago when I graduated, you realize over the years just how many ways you can trap a cryptid. Some are right out in the open, and some just, you know, like You don't need snares or trinkets. There was actually one instance up in New Hampshire where we had someone who had sightings of a goblin, and he passed around flyers around the neighborhood for a barbecue he was gonna be having. It was open to the public, and the goblin showed up. He showed up, and we bagged him and dragged him. Come on, here's somebody. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm with the CIA, the Cryptid Investigation Association. Can we ask you a few questions?
I'm not sure I'm who you're looking for.
That's okay. We'll be the judge of that. Can we cut it real quick? Have you heard anything about the multiple deaths in the Clack Mountain area?
Yeah, it's really scary what's been going on here lately.
Yeah, I've heard a few things, but mainly just in the stories that my mama told me when I was young. Yeah, I don't really get into that morbid stuff. It doesn't really fondle my dongle, if you know what I mean.
I don't. Yes, very terrifying. But what about the presence of the goat man? Have you heard of that?
I really have somewhere I need to be.
Can you cut the camera? Listen, you will do exactly as I say.
Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Leave me alone!
Come on! That goat man is a demon to be reckoned with, I tell you. It kind of freaks me out. I live back up there up that mountain. My house backs up the holler, you know. And one day I was out in my backyard fishing because I got a little pond back there. And I heard some clickety-clacking on the rocks behind me. And I just thought it was a goat or a deer or a squirrel for that matter. But I turned around and I saw a shadow of a man. Real spooky stuff, I tell you.
Come on, let's interview this guy. Sir, do you want to tell us anything about
You mother out of you right now. You and your you're gonna hear from my lawyer one day.
Wow. I've always believed in the goat man, but these eyewitness accounts continue to confirm it as fact. Thank you so much for that, Clint.
My pleasure, buddy.
All right. Can we get this man what we promised? Thank you. Go crazy, Clint. All right. Yeet, yeet indeed. Let's hope we don't find him dead tomorrow in some ditch. Should probably alert the authorities. We finally had collected enough information. Now it was time to look the devil in the face. The rock face, that is. We're pulling up to the Mountain of Horrors as we speak. I cannot describe to you people at home the energy I feel right now. It's demonic. Keegan, our new cameraman that we just hired on location. He's a local. Are you feeling this, Keegan? Oh. Listen, when I put the camera on you, you don't do anything. You just watch the road, you drive, you act like the idiot you are. And that's it. That's not what I'm paying you for. Alright? Alright. Idiot. Look! Holy hell in a handbasket! There it is. Clack Mountain, the Devil's Playground. Are you feeling this, Keegan? It's like I'm covered with 1,000 little demonic goose nipples.
Yeah?
Oh, wow! Oh! When I was younger, I used to pray to God every single night that one day I could see heaven or hell. Today, one comes sooner than the other. Behold, Clack Mountain, the Devil's Playground. When I tell you viewers at home that something doesn't feel right, I can't truly explain it. When I'm here, I feel raw and spiritually exposed. Oh, what in the... Whoa. Whoa. Keegan, what in the blue hell happened? Camera's low battery. Keegan!
Yeah?
Camera's low battery. I'm missing. What happened, Keegan? You remember anything?
Yeah?
Am I missing that? Take this. We're missing time. We just woke up. We don't know what happened. Our car has been trashed. I have 15 missed calls and 3 voicemails.
Hello, this is Officer Curious with Round County Law Enforcement. We got your information from the Days Inn desk downtown, where we believe you to be staying, It seems someone broke into your room and has caused a disturbance. If you could come to the station as soon as possible, we'd like to ask you some questions. If that's all right with you, call me back at this number, please. Have a good day, please. Bye.
All of our stuff's gone. The officers who saw him run said they got the room done up all witchy like a bunch of locals trying to scare us off. God, they even took all the little mints out of my bag that I like, took a bite of each and put them back into the package. I just have a bad feeling about this, man.
Yeah.
Also, they left this. You can get a shot of that, Keegs. There's a note they left. Here we go. You believe this? The goat man cometh. Tread lightly, you who seek him. He bucks with great fury, and his milk sours the tum. Turn back, or turn to ash. Signed, the children of the goat. Just a bunch of locals off the rocker trying to scare us. It's ridiculous. Come on, let's go. Let's go back to the car. You know what? We're going back to Clark Mountain. We're getting the shots we deserve. Come on. We're here at the peak of my career. We've been on the hunt for this cryptid for days, and every step of the way it feels like he's been 1, 2, maybe 3 hooves ahead of us. But not tonight. Not the goat man. Tonight I feel like the cute but quiet girl at the bar who gets hit on all night by handsome, well-dressed men, but ends up going home with the quiet boy with the limp and the lisp. 'Cause we're in love. This is my lucky night. I'm not letting this goat slip through my fingers. Not again. Now we just need to wait.
Yeah!
Keegan! Keegan! Where do we hire these people? We're getting to the bottom of this right now. Right now. We good? Let's see. Left his wallet. Right, Keegan. Let's see who you are. ID? Keegan. Keegan Gottman? Gottman? Keegan Gottman? Whoa! Keegan! You go! Where are you? Oh! Keegan! Are you? Keegan! You go. We good? All right. I've been hiding amongst the rocks for 3 or 4 hours. If you can't tell by now, Keegan is the goat man. I don't know why, I don't know how, but he is. I've been hearing him galloping around out behind the rocks for a while now, and I'm gonna try and make a run for it. All right, let's go. cars to the left, so I'm gonna run from here.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things are get
Goat man, Jersey Devil. What up, Satan? Trying to catch the devil. Eyeliner, take it up a level. Found a Loch Ness in San Diego. Beat Fuego, and the rest is Hevel. Even got a brief chat with Bird Pebbles. Tita Bum was a bum, smacking him in his pebbles. Now Satan's corpse is in big trouble. I'm under your bed, I'm a cryptid. What the locals say about a cryptid. Who killed JFK? A cryptid. Who killed Tupac? A cryptid. Who did 9/11? Bush did. And I know Epstein didn't kill himself. Invite a goblin to a barbecue. There's so many in the room, if only you knew. Monsters, ghouls, and blue haints. Jackals that walk on legs of two. Yeah, you're a cryptid. Yeah, you're a cryptid. Cryptid, huh? Do the cryptid walk. Yeah, do the cryptid shuffle. Yeah, they do the cryptid walk. Cryptid. I'm a cryptid. Do the cryptid walk. And they do the cryptid shuffle.